Welcome to the Embrace Strength podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Crocker. I am an experienced trainer and active life professional. I work with people who are struggling with nagging pain to get back to the activities they love without fear of re-injury. This podcast is here to educate and provide value to you on all things health, fitness, staying active, and personal development. Let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to the pod. Thank you for being here. Today's episode is not going to be too crazy or super long, but I want it to be really to the point and straightforward, especially if you have been listening to my content over the past few weeks. You really resonate with what I've been talking about in terms of being strong enough to run and why strength training is so important for runners and how more specifically, you guys can better support your runs through strength training. And I just want to be clear about what exactly you're going to get inside this mini program so that if you are on the fence about joining, that you pull the trigger and join today, because you're listening to this on October 19th and the program is starting on Tuesday. So we're down to the wire. You need to hop in. Everyone's going to get added to the group and all of that tomorrow, and we're going to start on Tuesday. So if you've been on the fence, I want you to get off the fence and hop inside. So basically what you guys are going to get throughout the 4 weeks is this. So week 1, we are primarily working through assessments. So we're going to do some assessments and specific testing so that I can identify where your problem is coming from. If you're joining this program, I'm going to assume you are somebody who is already dealing with some kind of nagging pain, or you're somebody who wants to add in running, but you want to do it the right way so you don't get injured. So anyways, we're going to do some assessments first, some mobility assessments, some specific strength testing. I'm going to choose things that I feel is going to give me the most information about what's going on and going to help me design the best workouts over the next 4 weeks. So after you move through the assessments, I'm going to do a video review of it and send it over to you just so I can show you my thoughts on what came up in the assessments, how it relates to your problem, and how I'm going to approach your program based on what I find, so that you are in the loop around why I program the exercises that I did, and you can feel part of this process as well. So from there, I will create a 4-week progression of strength training workouts, and they're going to be 3 times a week. They're going to be really bare bones, between 20 and 30 minutes. They're not full body workouts. They're really focused on probably the lower body if you're joining this program, and focused on like what I think is going to move the needle, start moving the needle most for you based on what I see in the assessments. So even if you are somebody who's like, hey, I need to do this alongside my current training, I don't have a lot of time, perfect for you. And based on the equipment that you have is how I'm going to like program your stuff, right? So if you have minimal equipment, I'll account for that. If you have a full gym, I'll account for that. And then, so yeah, you'll have the workouts, custom workouts built for you 3 times a week over the 4 weeks. And then from weeks 2 to 4, it'll be primarily the group support in Telegram channel as you are doing these workouts on your own time. So in the group support, I'm going to put in weekly coaching drop trainings, things that are relevant to pain, training through pain, running, etc. Whatever I think is going to be most beneficial for you guys is what I'm going to be dropping in there. And then 1 day per week, they're going to be doing form check reviews. So I'm going to pick 2 exercises per week, and I'll let you know which ones I want to see, that you guys are going to video for me. And on form check day, you're going to drop them in the Telegram chat, and I'm going to give you feedback based on what I see. Okay. And then just if you have any questions or whatever, you'll be able to drop them in the chat and just have access to me within that group. And the main thing that you're going to get out of this is you're going to begin the process of solving why your body feels the way it does. You're going to begin to work on the gaps that your body is currently having, right? You're going to start to fill in those gaps to get stronger, feel better, not only in your training, your life, but in your runs and all of that. Your problem is not going to be solved in 4 weeks, but you will have the clarity of what's going on in the next steps as far as what needs to be worked on in your training to make progress instead of staying on this never-ending hamster wheel of feeling stuck and not knowing what to do, resting, but then still being in pain when you return to your regular workout routine. So if you resonate with what I've been talking about over the past few weeks, if this group sounds exactly like what you need, I want you inside. This is the most accessible way to get a taste of what it's like to work with me and be in my world. At $27, I really built this to be a no-brainer for somebody to get inside my world and start to see some wins with me. So the link is in the description to view the landing page for more info, to reserve your spot to sign up. Again, we start on the 21st and everyone's going to get access to the group and everything on the 20th. So if you're on the fence, hop in today, tonight, get it done. Let's get this thing going, and I hope to see you inside.